My name is Nick Starr, and I'm a children's librarian at the Wayne County Public Library, and I also have some Mo Willems books, but mine are not the usual Elephant and Piggy or Pigeon books. They're some of his different works. So the first one is Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs, which obviously features three dinosaurs and Goldilocks. And there's a Papa Dinosaur, a Mama Dinosaur, and then some random dinosaur from Norway who's just visiting. So it's obviously a riff off of Goldilocks and Three Bears, but it's done with Mo Willems' normal humor. So the dinosaurs are, for no apparent reason, cooking pudding and making their beds all nice and tidy. And then for no apparent reason, just decide to wander off out into the woods and hang out by the street. And they're totally not setting a trap for some random little blonde girl to come into their house to eat a bunch of pudding so they have a bonbon to eat. So it's very much following Goldilocks and Three Bears, and you'll have to read the rest to find out whether she outwits all three dinosaurs who are very bad at hiding and not making snickering comments the whole time. The second book is Leonardo the Terrible Monster, and it's obviously about a monster who's terrible, not because he's frightening, but because he is the exact opposite of being frightening. He would very much like to be frightening, but he basically struggles to be a very terrifying, terror-inspiring monster, and ends up finding a little sad little boy who he thinks he can actually scare, and he does make the boy cry, but it's not because he's scared. And they become friends, but you'll have to read more to figure out why Leonardo is not that bad of a monster in the end. And then the third book is actually a beginning chapter book by Mo Willems, and it's illustrated by Tony Dietzertzilli. And it's not really like some of his other picture books that he's done, but it's called The Story of Diva and Flea, and it's about a cat named Flea and a dog named Diva who both live in Paris, France, and it's actually inspired by real events from Mo Willems' life in wanting to live in France. So it's mostly about how the two animals are able to kind of help each other out and overcome some obstacles, which is very much a theme in a lot of Mo Willems' books. So like Diva, the dog, likes to run out in her little garden and bark at things and then run away because she's terrified of them. And Flea, the cat, likes to flaneur around France, which just basically means wandering around to look at things because you can. And he kind of gets Diva to not be so afraid and to kind of go outside, while Diva gets Flea to come inside and see that things are okay inside and that you can eat breakfast and coffee, as in like coffee. And so there's a lot of that kind of humor in the book, but it's another one about kind of coming together and overcoming obstacles.